Okay, so hello. This video is for how you can safely reduce your production without bricking your base. um, I know some people may not want to micromanage their products as much, and with how much we are overproducing, I saw a good reason to go ahead and make this video. So, a few things. We're not turning everything off related to production, just the things you can turn off without bricking your factory, okay? So your power usage was still probably pretty high, and some things you're like, why aren't we turning that off? But it's because anything I'm leaving on can safely clog without bricking the base, okay? So that's kind of what we're working with. I also organized this in reducing the production of extra stuff for Yazhen Syringe, a heavy Xiranite, and the LC/SC Wuling Batteries. So I broke them down. The video is going to be broken down into those three sections, and then by what you need to turn off in different places. So that's how I'm going to order it, because it'll be easier for the timestamps and like kind of the table of contents for whoever might come looking at this later. So let's start with Yazhen Syringe A reduction. In Wuling, down here in the south part, the south quadrant of Wuling, you will want to turn off this top fitting unit and this packaging unit, so these two can get turned off. The reason why we're going to leave this stuff on is for in case you want to make a gearing units, right? That's just what that's for. In Jingu Valley, no changes, and in Markerstone, no changes. So that was pretty easy. For extra battery reduction, to reduce your LC/SC Wuling Battery reduction, you will be looking in this quadrant. All right. So this packaging unit gets turned off, the one that's making the batteries. The grinding unit gets turned off, and both shredding units get turned off. Okay. Now, if you are using the water treatment unit build, that's all you have. You don't have to do anything in Jingu Valley. You don't have to do anything in Markerstone. Okay. No changes there. And you leave these two refining units running. However, if you're using the Purification node build, you need to also turn off these two barium facilities. If you are on water treatment, you shouldn't even have these on already, okay? These should already be turned off. If they aren't, it doesn't matter. If you clog this, it doesn't matter. For the SC batteries, so if you're using Purification node, you're making SC batteries. You need to come down here into Markerstone. Jingu Valley also has no changes. Jingu Valley is really well done, let me tell you. You don't have to mess with that thing like at all. Down here, your build is gonna look similar to mine, but not exactly. I've done some messing around with the pipes, but you know, for the most part, it's the same. So what you want to reduce for batteries is you need to reduce the Xircon coming out of this extra crucible. So how we'll do that is this this reactor gets turned off. You turn this guy off. You leave this purification unit on, and you turn this water treatment unit on. That's all you have to do. Then it'll keep running. All right, so that's how you reduce how much Xircon you're making, which will reduce, which should not fill up and end up bricking anything. So that's how you do that. Lastly is heavy Xiranite reduction. So if you're like, I also don't want to make 12 Xiranite a minute, because that's a lot as well. What you'll do is you'll come down here, and I think this build is slightly different depending on which build you're using, but all you need to do, doesn't matter where you do this at, all right? Just find some space and take this pipe and run it down and around somehow. Hey. Down and around somehow over here, because I think the water treatment build has the, so you might have to go outside and down, or you can move this pylon over one and then move this water treatment back one, right? And then bring the pipe over and down through this little crack right here, right? So however you need to get it over here, put another water treatment unit down wherever you can fit it, where it has power, and then you run this pipe into that water treatment unit. All right, that's all you do. Then that'll stop the second heavy Xiranite production. That's it. Your Xiranite can fill up, and it doesn't matter Your cuprium bottles can fill up and it doesn't matter. Your cuprium can fill up and it doesn't matter. As long as these shredders are running, really just these ones, as long as these 4 shredders are running, you're fine. We're going to just keep Hetonite as it is. There's no reason to mess with Hetonite. These bottles can fill up out here in Jingyu Valley. I'll go over here real quick just to talk about it in case anyone's like, how come we're not turning stuff off over here? You're heading this area, all this up here, all of this can fill up with no issue. It'll just kickstart back to working when it can. All right, including this stuff. So that's why I said don't worry about any of this. None of this actually matters. It can clog. Also in Wuling City, what you'll have is your Xiranite production clogging will cause all of your Forges of the Sky to clog up here. But again, these will all kickstart back into production and it doesn't matter. Same with these shredding units. It doesn't matter. As you just have to make sure you do not let your heavy Xiranite cap, do not let your SC Wuling Batteries cap, and do not let your Hetonite parts cap. Okay, those are the things that cannot cap. They are all intertwined with each other. If one caps, eventually they will all 3 cap, and the Xircon will enter a deadlock unless you have... I should have talked about this, but it's fine. Unless you have this thing turned on, the multi-clog auto fix, then you can honestly just do whatever the fuck you want, and the base will keep working. Because these are what these 2 are what clog and cause a deadlock. So, anyway, just that's to produce a lot less. If you are using gearing units, let me go up and actually talk about gearing units separately because I can just make a timestamp to here. No problem with gearing units, okay? You keep this turned on, you keep this turned on, you keep this turned on, this fitting unit turned on, right? So those are all going to keep working as you need them to. Your Hetonite stuff keeps working. You will keep the meta storage on for this, so it will still keep providing for you. It's that easy. So you don't need to worry about anything else. That should give you, that build will give you 12 a minute SC Wuling batteries, 6 a minute Hetonite parts, and 6 a minute heavy Xiranite. That should be enough to clear the base. But if it's not enough, if you're like, Senna, this shit ain't enough, okay, well, just turn back on any of the production you turned off. Just turn it back on. I'm just not doing that math. The base was not made to work at low production. It was made for micromanaging. So if you want to reduce the production, just keep your eye out. Because even if you don't clear the outpost for the time you sell it, you can increase production and then clear it the next time it comes around, right? Like, there's not a real issue with not clearing it and finding out you can't clear it out, right? All right, that's it. That's the short video, and that's all I'm talking about. No yap.